Another example of a shop is one which is more closely integrated into the style and tone of that game. And here we see with Mortorstorm, the graphical interface of the shop has been adapted to the graphical style of that particular product. Here we have downloading new cars, or new buggies, and here we have buying and downloading new tracks. This gives you a flavour of the kind of interface that we seamlessly want to create for PlayStation 3's network platform.
I'd like to start with a brief overview of some of the technologies that were developed for Mortorstorm. We used high dynamic range image-based lighting, and we also use light space perspective shadow mapping and ambient occlusion. We have a number of processing effects going on, such as tone mapping, motion blur, bloom. It all goes together to make a great image. Now, the vehicles are modelled in great detail. In addition to complex geometries, we've also modelled materials such as fiberglass, carbon fibre, various paint effects, even the individual welds on the vehicle's frames. Now, with wet and sloppy mud, you can see that our vehicles can leave persistent deformation trails. As this mud dries over time and becomes thicker, it starts to present an obstacle for lighter vehicles. When we attain hard-baked and heavily rutted ground, you can imagine that that presents quite a challenge for vehicle suspension. Now, we've used Cell to model sophisticated vehicle dynamics that allow the individual wheels of the vehicle to ride over and drop in to the contours of the newly deformed ground. Now, thank you for that, Nick. I'm now going to show you some footage that we captured earlier today. With more nimbler vehicles, such as bikes and ATVs, it presents opportunity for the player to influence the by leaning back, wheelies, and moving forwards to endos. Now, we've also got a lot of particles in Mortorstorm, and all of these are processed on the SPU. Now, in the example you're going to see in a moment, it shows that we can actually spray those particles onto arbitrary objects. We actually do lots of collisions on the SPU, and the result, as you'll see in a moment, is pretty cool. Now, that also dries over time. Contrary to what you can see on the screen there, we've barely scratched the surface of Mortorstorm today, so all that remains is for me to say that we're looking forward to seeing you all at E3, when we'll be showing you a lot more of Mortorstorm.